into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Woohoo! Hey guys, welcome to another AfterBuzz After Show for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. This is Season 2, Episode 5, called The Mole. I'm one of your hosts, JJ Jurgens, and I'm joined here tonight by these beautiful ladies.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Kanika Lal. Hey guys, I'm Michelle Fee.
Hey, we're pretty excited tonight. We're in Studio A.
Yeah.
We're like, you guys feel so far away.
I know, but it's okay. Well, voices will project, so that's good.
Exactly. Awesome. Well, this was an awesome episode. There were so many fun storylines, so let's just dive right in. And let's first begin talking about the huge reveal that came out tonight. So Gina and Boyle came out. What did you guys think?
I honestly thought it was a little too soon. I thought they were going to try and like string it along a little bit more. I was looking for them to like, I guess, do more with their storyline and like how they're trying to hide it from everyone. But it came right out.
Yeah, definitely. And the way it came out, like them on top of each other in their like silky robes, it was hilarious.
Matching.
Yeah, matching robes. Don't forget.
Yeah, I'm with you. You know, I think what we're saying as we watched, what I was really bummed about was when I was looking, I try to avoid going on the internet and searching out things before our show, but just we pull photos before the show, and then it was out everywhere. Like you could see the scene, and so I was kind of bummed about that because I kind of wanted it to build too, and I really wanted to be surprised. But this time I knew the whole time, as soon as they were in the car and as soon as they said they were going to be on their way over, I'm like, oh, they're just going to walk right in on
You're
them.
like, this is great.
Yeah, but it's okay. It was still fun, and you know, at least I was surprised by the way that Gina handled it. What did you guys think about the speech she gave in the precinct? Like when she stood up and said she was Olivia Poping the moment.
Yeah, she said, I'm Olivia Poping the sitch, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was good, brave of her to do it. I mean, before she was pretty embarrassed. She was like, I can't believe me and Boyle are under wraps, but now the whole world knows, and they were asking how many times they did it, how was it, and she wasn't afraid to say it. So more power to them. And I was just thinking, like, okay, is this the end of Boyle and Rosa now? Like, is this a new I guess that's maybe done with.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I guess
she was never going to.
I guess not. Yeah. So a little twist, but
thing.
You know, good for them.
Yeah. Now, did you like that it's just over with them, and that they were kind of, you know, both okay with that and moving on, or did you want to have more of them?
You mean Boyle and Rosa?
No, actually, I'm sorry, Boyle and Gina.
Yeah, but yeah, I would have liked to have more secrets, like them to be more under wraps about it. But maybe now it'll be like an official couple around the office. So who knows? They'll like put a new plot into it. But
Do you think they will? Do you think they'll be done?
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, Boyle did say it was like a casual relationship. So maybe their next step will be actually dating.
Yeah, I'm curious to find out because I didn't quite know how to take it. I kind of took it as maybe it was just over, that, you know, she I mean, I really liked that when he asked too, and he's like, well, one question, you know, did you regret it? And she's like, no, you know.
Exactly.
So I thought it was
showed. They kind of like each other. It's more than just a casual fling.
Well, yeah, and good for both of them too, because even he said when Jake was congratulating him, you know, he's like, that you didn't, and he's like, I didn't propose, you know, you had a casual relationship.
Exactly.
So I don't know, I guess I mean, I like them together. I think it was fun, but I'm also, I guess I'd be okay too if it's just over, because I feel like it was fun when it lasted, and you know, now they're both ready to maybe move on to some other things.
New lovers,
I think it'd be a good relationship though. I feel like she grounds him.
Yes.
Like he's not like in the clouds, like
she
dreaming
puts
about
him in his space. Like,
Yeah, I think so too, and I think she handles like his quirks really well. I mean, they were talking about his legs, you know, being so smooth and
like a girl's legs, pretty much.
Yeah, and because he wears cheap pants, and so I think that she's is a good balance for him in that sense that she seems to really enjoy.
Who knows?
it.
He might join the interpretive dance team that she's part of.
Maybe.
I would see him doing that.
I
see Boyle
too.
doing that.
I bet he would have some pretty good moves.
Yeah. So we'll see.
He had some funny comments. I remember him. He was, talking about that he learned like 5 extra sex positions. One boy on top. But there was lots of little zingers again this episode.
Yeah. As always.
The writing is just impeccable.
Yeah.
I know.
Great. I love it.
It really is. Always
It's the
makes,
one-liners that just hit you. Sometimes I'm like, oh God. Like, I think about it later. I'm like, I cannot believe you just said that. But it's so funny.
Yeah, I know. And we watch and turn around and do this so quickly, too, that it's like I want to go back like after we're done here and just
watch it again.
Yeah, and watch them again because I still feel like it goes so fast that, we can't write them all down and we miss them. And it's like they're flying at you.
They do. Yeah.
Oh, well, anything else on those two?
Not really.
Okay.
Just seeing where it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys should tell us too what your thoughts are. Tweet
And
at us.
what you want to see, if you want to see them with new people or if you liked this pairing. All right, well, we also had another storyline going on. We had Terry and Rosa teaming up to go in undercover because they're on this task force that is not doing so well. So they go into the silent disco.
Which was hilarious. By the way, have you guys been to a silent disco before?
Have you?
Once.
All right.
And it was the craziest thing. Like, you get your own headphones, and when you take it off, you're like, people are just moving around like crazy, and there's no music going on. But I love it. Like, you're kind of going to your own beat, and you're just there. I don't know, all enjoying each other's company. It doesn't have to be the same music.
I was just going to ask that. So you can put in...
So they had 2 different stations. Okay. Yeah, 2 different stations to listen to whatever song you want at the time. And you're just moving to the beat in silence.
That's interesting.
I know.
That's great.
It was fun.
Was that out here?
It was... No, actually, it was on a cruise. I went to a little cruise to the Caribbean, and they had that in there, and one of their activities, silent dancing party. So it was a lot of fun. I could relate to the show.
Yeah.
It looked like a lot of fun in the show, too.
That's great. I thought it was just something they made up, So that's great to know. That's a huge big thing.
It actually happens. People do parties like that, so...
Okay.
That's
interesting.
We'll have to go do some research and try it.
I know, right? It's fun.
Yeah, that's good to know. Well, so he gets really concerned when they're undercover because one of the girls there was wearing the same T-shirt for the preschool that his daughter goes on. So he gets really worried, a little distracted about his future of his kids.
Yeah. Which makes him much more of a softie. Like you see, like he's like a teddy bear. He cares. He seems so tough, but he cares about his children. Like he still wants to see them grow up. Yeah. So that was a nice little side we saw to him, of course, about his children. But
and also how he leads to kind of cracking this case a little bit. We're thinking that there's going to be the task force is doomed because they're not going to find any drugs here. It's too perfect. But he does a little bit of research on her because he is obsessed about the schooling, and then that's how he comes to find out that she might be the one, or that she is the one selling. They find out. I'm sorry. First, they found out she was selling the drugs, but then when investigating more, he gets contacts for the dealer. So that's good that there might be some more. The task force might be doing better in the future.
Yeah. But the giggle, do they call it? What was the whole giggle? The
giggle pig.
Yeah.
That's the name of the drug.
That was the name of it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. What an interesting name. The giggle pig.
I'm glad they brought that back up. I think the one show you weren't here, that's when that got introduced.
That's
was
why. Okay.
Because we all thought it was funny too. We're like, the giggle pig?
Yeah, okay. I missed that part. Okay.
Yeah. So all right. Let's see. I did like another thing I wrote down during that too is I like these little snippets we see. So in one of the in that we saw Terry as a little kid.
Flashback.
Oh yeah, that was a really cute flashback.
Adorable.
Yeah, and he says little Terry loved the hustle. Cute. So cute.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on, and let's talk about one of the biggest stories of the episode. So they were all trying to track down. They found out that there was a mole in the precinct, and they were trying to figure out who this was. So how did you guys feel about this? So we have Lieutenant Miller coming in.
Yeah.
I
actually suspected that he was part of it. I actually did. I was like, there's no way someone in the office is behind this. And the guy who happens to be you get introduced to, I think he looked like a mole to begin with. First of all, he was such a germophobic.
Yeah, he was. You're right.
God, tell me about it.
Well, I wasn't expecting him, to be honest, because
You weren't, yeah. Well, you would.
well, yeah, I wouldn't have known either way. But when Jake was like, "Oh, I know everyone in this office," and then he found out Boyle lied to him, I was like, "Oh no, like someone that has to be a mole because you know that happened," and then it just turned around on me.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you too. I didn't think it was gonna be. I didn't think it was him either. But it did totally made sense because we did see Wunsch back.
That surprised me that she was
yeah.
behind it. She hired him as a spy. That was a good twist.
Yeah. Yeah, once they did that, I'm like, yeah, I should have thought about that because she's just all of a sudden there.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you know. But I like when they do that because they go back and then they show, like, you know, oh, that she didn't shake his hand. So they have those little moments that are, like a good little
Detective show.
Exactly. And they come back to this level, which you don't really expect in such a short comedy. But so I love that they still throw in those little moments. Yeah. That you're like, oh yeah, I should have caught that. I should have noticed. So that storyline brought a lot of fun moments though, because we see first we see Jake he admits that he's the one like taking the files home. Yeah. And then what'd you think about the scene with the donut in the car?
Okay, speaking of the car, it just felt like a huge ad. Did you guys not feel that way?
For a Volkswagen car.
Volkswagen. I was like,
that's true.
What are they doing?
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
He was like, look at all these shiny buttons, and I was just like, really, you guys? Really?
That was giant product placement.
Yeah, giant product placement.
Like, how much are they getting paid for this like scene right now?
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
They did zoom in on the buttons and the dash. And you're right on that one.
Yeah.
We didn't see a Volkswagen ad during the show. I mean, during the breaks.
After.
Was it?
Yeah, there was one right after.
Good.
Well,
yeah.
Look at this detective right here. You're catching on. Okay.
So you're probably right.
Yeah, you're definitely right.
Yeah.
Well, it was a cool car.
It was.
It made it look really cool, actually.
Yeah.
So good for them. But
it definitely was.
Yeah. Well, too bad it got donuts. Donut powder all over it. Poor Santiago.
I gotta say, I felt for her in that moment. Yeah, because it's like, you know, I haven't had too many new cars in my life.
Yeah, I know.
Usually it's a used car that I've got, you know, but I have like, I had one new car, like brand, and it's like, no, I didn't, you know, you just, my heart went out for her a little bit on that one.
It had to be white too.
Yeah. So. And you know she's so anal that just drove her crazy.
I know.
Yeah. So well, anyway, so she helps him get the files that they have to take back, and we already went over when they saw each other. But then it also, so he goes and takes them back, and then he gets busted by Miller being in there. Yeah. But then I really liked how we get to go see him and Holt have a night together.
Yes, that was see Holt's house.
Oh yeah, his another part of it.
His after hours. So that was cool. We see his pajamas. We see Jake in his pajamas. I love that. And then we see that Holt has a middle name.
Yep. And we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But we see that. Yeah. And I like that Holt just has guest PJs and a toothbrush and slippers that he gives. Makes me want to stay at his house.
It was a really cute like sleepover moment.
Yeah.
And I love when they were able to just sit down and kind of analyze who everyone was.
Exactly.
I was like, you guys got this all down.
I know.
They're so fun, I think, to watch play off of each other too.
Hilarious.
Like just because Jake is so silly and so goofy, and he's so serious, but
they have a lot of good chemistry actually on screen.
Yeah.
I'm sure off screen is the same too. You know.
Yeah.
They play off each other very well. So.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think a good moment too when then they suspect, then Holt suspects him. He's like, well, it is you, Yeah.
Then he had to get rid of his guest.
Yeah.
He's like, you're leaving. You're suspended. Yeah. But then next thing you know, like typical Jake, he comes back with like a theory that always is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter how silly he is, he's still so good at his job. Yeah. So good for him.
And then they team up again, and like you liked the gun.
I love that. I was like, I want that. And then, like, where did they find that? Did they make that prop?
We'll have to look that one. Yeah,
I'm sure it's like customized.
It had to be.
Yeah, because I have a key one from like school when I used to work there. They gave me like a key USB thing.
And the shape is a key.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like I mean, I'm pretty sure it's expensive to like order, but it's so cool.
Like the fact that they had to bring that, like they added that little part. Yeah. I don't know, it was pretty inventive. So
you'll have to maybe write in and get them to maybe put that as a promo item for the show. Should make those and sell those. Stocking stuffers coming up. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
You could put a little Brooklyn Nine-Nine on there. There you go.
Hey, we're pretty
it was
good
pretty
ideas.
cool though.
Yeah. People should listen to this now.
Yeah, it was cool. So then they end up giving Wunsch a little bit of taste of her own medicine by setting her up, which I thought was great.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's curious to see like how far this rivalry will go between Wunsch and Holt. You know, like what's next? What if? I mean, I know this is going into predictions, but hey, what if they start falling for each other? All this tension's bringing sexual tension. Nikki, maybe that's too far.
I was gonna say that his husband might not like that.
Oh my God, I completely forgot he was gay. Wow, that was so wrong. Totally forgot he was gay. But
I mean, you don't see her husband that much, or his husband.
Yeah,
we rarely see him except for today.
True. Well, because they had that weird. I mean, that's all where it's kind of stemming from too, is because when she showed up in the lingerie back in the
okay, fine, maybe not lovers, maybe friends.
Maybe
maybe friends.
Maybe.
But because we still don't really know 100% their history, right?
No,
because she kind of brings things up. She was like, "Oh, your dream of becoming a poet." Like we didn't. Maybe that was true. We didn't know that.
They drop a lot. We still don't know the Derek Jeter story.
Yeah,
right. I'm still waiting for that one.
Yeah,
he's retired. He can be on the show now. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hey, maybe he will be.
It would be nice. All right. Anything else on the mole situation? I think we're about good. I did like small little notes that I have was that Gina's new dance troupe is called the Dancy Reagans. I love it.
How do they come up with these names?
No,
seriously.
great. Yeah, there was a few, and there was a couple. So we already said Terry. I did like. I love how Gina attacks things. Like I liked her, once the secret was out and they knew. Well, we didn't talk about how they decide they're gonna get
revenge or kind of.
Yeah, that they're gonna get Santiago on their side and find out all the scoop on her, so she has something on her. So she tries to take her to meet at the bar. Yeah, and she's like, "You haven't texted me since 1992."
2009
or something. Oh, sorry, 2009. Yeah, way back. Some of you are like that with nines in it. But yeah, so it's just funny that she plots, and then she was like right away. She's like, okay, number one, we got to do two things. It was the termination and then containment. So she's so I don't know, just the way her mind works, the little thing processes.
Yeah, exactly.
Entertaining. Let's see.
We also see Scully and Hitchcock sit down with Holt.
Oh yeah,
that was an interesting scene.
It was.
I mean, it showed that they bring nothing. They just bring humor. Holt's huge dramatic. What's going on in my life? And the guy's like, yeah, well, my dog took my chair. Okay, great.
It was such an intense scene though. I was where did all the comedy go? It just turned.
It did.
Yeah.
A little dark.
But I think where your comedy went is those two.
Yeah.
Because it's he's just going on and just really just
bringing his whole heart out into something, and then they're just yeah, well. Yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're just so well. And then was it Hitchcock that had all the messy?
He was eating something.
Yeah,
right?
looked like buffalo wings or something. All over.
He was supposed to interview with Miller.
Yeah, he's like,
Miller's like,
we'll do it on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just such great moments. I did also dumb. Jake just cracks me up with dumb, stupid things like holding up the dog and dog bra. Can't wait to do that with my dogs tonight. Just silly things. I think there were some good ones. Tit for toot.
Oh, I love this.
Go ahead.
No, you go first.
You go.
I love when he always comments on Amy's whatever she says. What was it? What was it? I can't remember my handwriting now.
Oh, better not
bite me in the ass. And he's like, oh, that's your next sex tape. They keep using that same joke for every show. I love how it keeps they don't get rid of it. Yeah, it's an ongoing theme. That's the one I love about the show.
I agree with you. That one's one of my favorites. I'd love to go back and just have them all listed out.
I know,
because there were so many funny ones.
What were you gonna say now?
The one I also liked when Holt was called her Wunch Me. He's like, Wunch Me, you know? And Jake's like, really? That, you know, when you want to go?
Like,
yeah. He's like, yeah, it takes so much to build up for Holt to build up like something. He's like, yeah. Like, so anyway, all right, lots of great things. Yeah, I think 16. Yeah, I think that was all I had. Well, then we have the very last thing, though. The very closer of the episode, we find out the middle name.
Oh, yeah.
And of all middle names, it's Jacob. Aww.
That's kind of cute.
It's one thing that brings them closer together.
Exactly.
So cute.
It's a great way to end it.
I know.
So
that was
sweet.
really good.
All right, and that's how we're going to end our summarizing of this episode. So let's go ahead. We're going to dive on into a little news and gossip.
Cool.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Tell us, JJ.
I just have one quick thing for all of you guys in the Los Angeles area. On Monday, November 10th, you can all go see Chelsea Peretti's show. Tickets are on sale online right now for $30, and it's at Largo. She's going to be reviewing her show that's on Netflix, and I think doing a little podcast there too. So if you're in the area, check that out.
That'll be cool. I'm excited for her show on Netflix, Chelsea's. It's going to be hilarious. It's just like her on screen with her doing stand-up comedy, so that'll be fun. Well, what I found actually was Melissa Fumero. She had a recent interview with Associated Press, I believe, and she just kind of brought up like a new idea. She actually used to be in soap operas. She was in the show One Life to Live, and she was just telling you know, the interviewer that, you know, I feel so blessed to be doing comedy. It's something I always wanted to be doing. And she actually said that today it's a hard time for soap opera actors to kind of go into comedy. Like, people in the industry completely cut them off. So she just wants to get that message out there that people who are in this soapbox, as they call it, should get more of a chance to go into comedy. So I thought that was interesting about her previous acting life. Like she said, being in a soap opera was a roller coaster, it was high emotion, and now that she's doing comedy, it's simple for her. Yeah. It's a lot more simple, but she thinks that people are not given a chance because they're stereotyped as being a soap opera actor. So I thought that was interesting, and good for her for being, you know, out of that. Yeah, definitely. And then of course we brought up this touch last time of Eva Longoria. I think she's appearing in the next episode. Yay. So that would be exciting. I think one of the writers, Dan Brewer, told E! Weekly that Jake meets his match and there's a lot of sexual tension, so it's just about, you know, what's going to happen with them.
So, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
I'm ready for it to get here.
Definitely. Definitely.
All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on into our predictions.
Yes.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
So much could happen.
Yeah. Well, I do off of that. I mean, I definitely think there is going to be sparks flying between Jake and her.
Yeah, so, especially because attorneys and cops don't usually get along. So is he going to be with the enemy or?
Yeah. I think he's going to be sleeping by her.
Maybe.
And then.
Oh, well, I think hopefully. Well, my prediction is that Gina and Boyle maybe go into a more serious relationship. And then maybe we'll probably see Santiago's boyfriend, Terry, right? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or is it Teddy?
Oh, wait. I wrote it down. I think it's Teddy.
Yeah.
Because she called him yeah. Who wears underwear lined with mesh.
Yeah, which is weird, too.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Awkward.
So was it Teddy, because he was the one... the other police officer, right?
I think so,
Because we saw him. It was that season 1 already?
I think it's season 2.
Season 2. Okay.
This is the third
Just early.
season.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the third season? Or
No, this is the second season.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Okay.
So it was season 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe
The
we'll
years
see.
blend.
I know,
right?
They really do. They really do. Yeah, no, we need to see more of him.
Yeah.
Because
maybe he'll come when Eva's on
anymore.
the show.
Yeah.
Then she'll bring him around and flaunt him. Like, oh, this is
that's
my
a good
boyfriend.
point.
That could be, and that could be, you know what, that's a good one, because that could be what then Jake and Amy could both get jealous, you know, with seeing them with the other
I still love Jake and Amy together.
I know.
I want them to be together so badly.
Maybe this will bring them back together towards the end then.
so.
Maybe.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
They would make beautiful babies.
Yes, they really
They're both
would.
really good looking.
Yeah,
They are.
be cute.
They are.
All right, any other predictions?
That's for
What about you?
All right. Well, I think I just kind of threw a... I do actually think Wunch is going to be fired up now. I don't think this is the end of this little rivalry, so I think I'm looking for her to fire back it.
Yeah.
Something now. Yeah. All right, well, that's it for this evening. Where can everybody find you guys at?
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Kanika Lal.
And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at _MichelleFee.
And I'm at JJ Jurgens on Twitter and JurgensJJ on Instagram. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.